Over the past 3 years, I've built a 6-figure business selling digital products, and honestly, I'm convinced they're the easiest source of passive income in the world. Okay, here's a little secret. There's no such thing as passive income. Everything requires some form of work, but some forms of income are more passive than others, and honestly, digital products is as close to passive as you get. Everybody can do it, and there are so many benefits to selling a digital product over the likes of a service or a physical product. One of the main ones is that digital products are low cost. Now, don't get me wrong, you could go and spend thousands of dollars on hiring a production crew to help you script, film, and edit the course, or you could make the exact same digital product by yourself for $0. Or you could spend literally anywhere in between. Like, for example, all of my digital products cost me nothing to make other than the time and effort that I put into building them. And it doesn't really matter what type of digital product you're going to make, whether it's an ebook, a course, a preset, whatever it is, you can make it for incredibly cheap. So there's basically zero risk to making and selling digital products. Because if you put in the time to make the product, you're either going to sell 0 copies and the only thing you've lost is the time you put in, or you might sell loads of them and make a shit ton of money, because you can literally sell an infinite number of digital products. You put in the time to make the product once and then you can sell it forever. So even if nobody buys your digital product right away, you can just keep it and keep promoting it, and eventually somebody will buy it. So you really can't lose with digital products. Plus, the profit margins are so much higher than the likes of a physical product. You see all these e-com dropshipping guys talking about the millions they make every year, but their profit margins are less than 20%. So whatever massive number they claim to be making, they're only actually putting 20% of that into their pocket, whereas with a digital product business, the profit margins are 80, 90, or even 95%. So whatever money you make, you're pocketing the vast majority of it. But how do you build a digital product? Now, building the actual product can be one of the hardest parts of having a digital product business, because you don't know if people will buy what you're making, you don't know how to make it, and you have so many questions. But once you make the product, it essentially just becomes passive income, because you're going to be putting very little time into it after you make it, so it's worth putting in that extra time to making the product exceptional. Now, how you actually build your digital product really depends on what the product is. You could sell LUTs, you could sell a preset, you could sell an ebook, you could sell artwork, you could sell a course. There's so many options out there, and what you sell really depends on what you do and what you're good at. Like, if you're a photographer or filmmaker, selling LUTs or Lightroom presets is a great idea, as it aligns perfectly with you, your interests, and it's something you can actually do well and truly make to an exceptional standard. But I actually highly recommend most people to sell courses, and the reason for that is simple. Courses are generally more expensive because you're teaching someone how to do something, so you can charge a higher price, often hundreds if not thousands of dollars, compared to selling a Lightroom preset package, which you're only going to sell for tens of dollars. So if you have a $200 course, if you sell 10 copies a month, you're making $2,000 a month, which for most places in the world is enough to live. Whereas if you have a $20 Lightroom preset package, you have to sell 100 copies every month to make $2,000, and it's a lot easier to get 10 people to buy something than to get 100 people to buy something. So if you want to make a course, this is what I'd recommend. Find a specific problem that you've solved in your life. Maybe you've built a business, maybe you've got absolutely jacked, or maybe you've learned how to build an audience on a specific platform. Whatever it is, figure out a problem that you've solved in your life, think about the solution that you followed to solve the problem, and then build your course around that solution. Now, as much as I do recommend that you sell courses, there is a place for having a $20 product, a $200 product, and even a $2,000 product. It is really up to you. Just choose a digital product, build it, and then you can worry about adding others in the future. Now, you're not just making a digital product for fun. You want to make money with it, so you need to sell it. Selling a digital product is really simple. Now, obviously that doesn't mean that it's easy, but it is super simple. The first thing you need to do is decide where you're going to host your product. Where are you going to sell it at? I personally use and highly recommend Kajabi, simply because you can host your entire website, your blog, your digital products, your email marketing, and literally everything you need for a digital product business on it. Now, I will leave a link in the description below for you to check out Kajabi if you're interested, but if you do want a free alternative, something like Gumroad is going to be your best bet. You don't get the same level of features, you don't get the same level of quality as you do of Kajabi, but it is free, so you know it is an option. You then need to make a sales page to sell your product. Now, your sales page is simply a page designed to help sell the product. You want to write some copy that helps show the reader the benefits of your product, who it helps, and how it helps them. Now, there is a simple copywriting formula that can help you with this, and that's PAS, P-A-S. You want to write about the problem your product solves. You then agitate the pain that the problem causes, and then talk about a solution, offering your product as the solution. If you are serious about creating a digital product business, I would highly recommend learning copywriting. There are plenty of free resources on YouTube, and it's one of the best skills you can learn, as the better your copywriting is, the more money you'll make. All you have to do now is get people to your sales page so that they can see your product and buy it. Now, when it comes to getting traffic to your sales page, you really have two options. You could do paid ads on the likes of Facebook, Google, YouTube, or TikTok or whatever, but that costs money, and unless you're selling something at least $1,000, you're likely not going to make any money. So what I would recommend, and what I've done to build my digital product business, is to build an audience and then send that audience to your products. Now, this can take time, but it's completely free, and you're building a digital asset in a world that's becoming more and more digital. I've built my audience to over 500,000 people that are a traffic source that I can send to anything I want to sell, whether it's a digital product, a service, or even a physical product. And building your audience really comes down to 5 steps. The first step is choosing your platform. What platform you choose is really up to you, but for starting out, choose one platform and stick with it. If you followed me for a while, you'll know I'm a massive fan of Twitter, or X, whatever you want to call it. And it's a platform that I recommend for most people, simply because, you know, you can tweet as much as you want and not get penalized by the algorithm. Therefore, you have more data to work off. You're going to put in the more reps, get better faster, and grow faster. And it's a writing based platform, so if you can figure out how to grow on the likes of X, you can grow on every platform. Every platform is a writing based platform. Even the likes of YouTube, every single YouTube video is based off a script. So if you can learn how to write well and grow on Twitter, you can grow your audience anywhere. And then your second step is to choose 3 large topics of interest. Choose 3 large areas that interest you, and then break them down into 3 subtopics. So, you know, you could have fitness as one large area, and then you can break that down into training, nutrition, and recovery. If you do that for all 3 areas, you now have 9 topics to create content around, and 9 topics to create your digital product around. And look, here's the thing, your brand is just a reflection of you, so you can talk about whatever you want, but so long as the majority of your content falls into those 9 topics, you're good. And if after a month of creating around a certain topic, you realize, I don't like talking about that, I don't like creating content around that, stop. You don't have to create content around that. You can change and pivot. Step 3 is to create valuable content. So most of your social media growth, especially in the long run, comes down to creating content that can grab attention, hold attention, and deliver value. And there's no easy way to make content that does that. You just have to learn through practice, experience, and the likes of courses. And then your 4th step is to network. The rest of your social media growth is going to come down to networking with other creators who can give you feedback on your content as well as share to their audience. And the 5th step, and likely the most important step, is showing up daily. You know, you can't create content once and then expect to grow. Content and all the skills required to make good content compounds over time. So you need to practice daily, create content daily, and share your content daily. Now, obviously, each of them 5 steps have so much more that goes into it and so much more nuance, but that is enough to get you started. You can now take action and start building your audience. So to tie this all together, the most ideal way to build a digital product business is to create content around things that you're interested in, grow your audience, and then figure out what problems they have. Talk to them, ask them, listen to comments they leave, and then make a great product that solves their problems. Maybe they're struggling to edit their photos in an aesthetic way, so you make a Lightroom preset to sell. Or maybe they're struggling to grow their audience, so you make a course teaching them how to grow their audience. Whatever you do, make the product great, make it exceptional, over deliver. This way, it's always a win-win. Those who want to buy your product will buy it and get a great solution to their problem, and you get paid. Those who don't want to buy your product won't buy it, but they'll still get free value from your content, and you build a better relationship with them. It's a win-win, and it's the exact business model that I've used to build a multi-six-figure business selling digital products. But you know, the funny thing is I actually didn't make any money until I built 7 specific habits. So you know, if you want to make money online, you can find out what those 7 specific habits are by checking out this video right here. So my friend, that is it for this video. Thank you for watching. Click that subscribe button and I will see you in the next one.